Amazon, I keep telling people not listening. I see things, people saying, oh my God, Amazon 3,400. Amazon is a 1 hour play also. It doesn't go. He destroys premium really, really fast. Really, really fast. Okay? And it has more problems than you know. I mean, think about it. I think Gene Munster, somebody said they're doing huge investments. This is their investment cycle. That's okay. But on top of that, they have wage issues, getting people issues. They have union issues. They have shipping issues, cost. They have getting the product issues because everything's sitting at the ports. And they have cloud issues because Google said they're basically lowering prices. So you have lots of issues there. The odds that all of those are great, very low. So every time it pops 30 or 40, people are shorting. Okay? Nobody says it happens. Then we see, and then we see. Then we see, then we see. Okay? Interesting. Okay, what else you got, buddy? Anything? Oh, back on Afram, and hold on a sec. Back on Afram and UPST. I mean, guys, think simply. Afram, if the economy slows down a little bit, or even goes up either way, people use credit, or people buy now and they pay later. That's why it's so strong. Even if everything gets bad, people will continue to buy and they'll just say, I'll pay later. Okay, so that's bullish for Afram. And UPST is just loans. People are going to need loans as things get more expensive too. Very interesting. Okay, go ahead, Omid. Sorry.
Yeah, the Evergrande and Fantasia issue is still there, right? So Evergrande missed third round of payment, and then Fantasia was the other one that is now having problem. They missed $206 million in payment. So you have two. But that's in the back burner. I mean, market maybe thinks that there's just not a lot of contagion on that one. So just FYI on that. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is ASML. That was the one. So someone said the stock was up. So there's a report that says that this company is tech investors. I guess that it's going to be a $500 billion business next year. So this is a $300 billion market cap.
What is it on currently?
It's at $300 billion currently. So 500.
So 300 goes up about double. So you can just ballpark
about double.
So about double. So that puts it almost doubles the stock. Could easily go up 300 points, right?
Right.
So very, very interesting. But we know
interesting to be on the radar.
But we know that with Lam Research too. It's just it hasn't gone and it doesn't go and that's okay. But what we know is when Lam Research finally reports good earnings and they actually like it, it's going to be up 100 points that day. It's going to be up 100. I'm not telling you it's happening this quarter or next quarter, but it's going to be up 100 when that happens. Okay? So just keep an eye on it. Okay, what else? Anything else?
We have one more thing. Looks like we're the House is voting today on that debt ceiling postponement. So I think that's a slam dunk already, right? So it's just FYI.
Yeah. I don't think that's a thing. Do you think we revisit last night's lows? Very interesting, right?
Yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, we'll have to see, right? But it's possible. I mean, I don't know what the volatility was about last night, right? It's just kind of hard to tell. I could make a better call if I knew, but I'm not sure. So,
I'm of a different opinion on it. I'm of a opinion of we went down because we couldn't go up. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, this is me because this was me many years ago too. Is if you buy something like Tesla, and you buy it, and the stock moves up 7 or 8, and then it starts to go negative, you just say, screw it, I'm out, right? And if a lot of people are saying that with the market, when you said, oh, the market tried to go, it's still trying to go. It can't get through the Sam's 44.26. It just stops. It just doesn't get through. Okay, I'm out, right? And if that's what they're doing, they just say, okay, I'm out. They just sell. But yesterday was very clear. What stock yesterday drove everything down, Omid? I kept saying in the room over and over again. Okay?
Netflix?
No, GS and banks, right?
Banks.
GS was positive. Going into earnings, it was positive, right? It was 896 yesterday. I mean, and then boom, and then it just dropped. And then it just, as soon as it went negative, I said the banks are taking it down, and then obviously OIH came down. Okay, one more thing to talk about, and this is very important. Biden has one card on oil. And when does he play it? Does he play it now? Does he wait till it gets to 100? Does he wait till it gets to 120? Don't know. But he has one card.
Probably 100, right?
Yeah, so he can release the strategic reserve, and when that happens, OIH will collapse. Oil will go way down, probably $8 or $9. But then it may pop right back up. And if it pops right back up, he doesn't have any cards left. You have nothing to play. They can control it all the way up to 120, 130. So very, very interesting. So just know that that's out there. And, interesting. Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin worthless. But you got to understand what he said. He said basically cigarettes nobody should smoke. It's the same thing. He goes, I don't think anybody should buy Bitcoin, but I don't think anybody should smoke, is what he said.
Well, no, he also said Bitcoin is worthless, but he's like, our clients want it.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody's saying they're opening antitrust on Nvidia. I don't see that, and it's higher. Tesla sold 56,000 China-made vehicles. Hold on a sec. This is coming out fast and furious. Highest since it started production. Most recent Reuters antitrust record likely to open full-scale investigation into Nvidia's arm. And Nvidia is up, Omid. Why is it not up?
Yeah.
Why is this not at 200 right now?
Because EU investigates all of those, so the market is not surprised, maybe.
Hold on, I don't have any NVIDIA options up here on this screen, the main screen. Got to add them. 21, 10, what's expiration? 15, puts 200. Okay.
When is this deal supposed to close? Let me see.
In 2 weeks. 20th, right? But they're about to open this. This becomes very interesting. So with ASML up like that, if Nvidia tanks, I'm intrigued. So let's see. Put it on your screen. If they open an antitrust, it's going to be down hard, fast.
It says the deal is expected to be completed by June 30th of 2022.
That's next year.
Yeah.
So what's the date next week? Don't know.
What was that China approving that deal, or what was?
Yeah, I don't know. This is all over the place. But see, look at the market here. Possible antitrust regulators like to open full-scale investigation, and the stock is higher. Google, remember Google was at 1900, Omid? It was 1920. And you had that article that says government may add to the Google antitrust. It broke under. It went down 40 that day, and it hasn't come back, right? Hasn't come back. So keep an eye on this. Okay. Anything else? We'll get going.
No, I think we got it all covered, right? It's just don't forget the CPI, FOMC minutes tomorrow, JP Morgan, and PPI numbers after tomorrow.
Exactly. So we did a lot of stuff. So let's see. Okay. Good morning, everybody. 10:11. Middle of the month. Still at options expiration week. Do we go up? Do we go down? Look, upside is ridiculously simple. I mean, it's as simple as it gets. Okay, you can't get more simple than this. You got 44.26. If it gets through, you got 44.51, 44.72, and it can happen in a day if it gets through. What day? I don't know. If it gets through. It can hit that number and drop 50. Okay? Upside now is 33.91 is a big important here. Downside 33.52. Underneath there 33.09. And if that breaks, a huge collapse. And do we do that? Don't know. Okay? Things you should know. Things learn this stuff. If the banks are up, if Goldman Sachs is up 5, JP Morgan's up 5, very hard for the SPX to crash. It can go down. I'm talking 50, 80, 100 point down moves. It doesn't happen. Okay? It can't happen if the banks are up. Now, same thing with the oils. If all the oils are way up, $2, $3, Exxon, Chevron, all these are up, the market can't crash. It can't. It's impossible. Okay? It can go down, but it can't crash. So watch those two. Now, if both of those go down, the market can collapse. Okay? Very, very simple. So keep an eye on that. Learn. LRCX, 566 now, 566, but really 616. Nothing till 616. Underneath 531. Nvidia, just seen this news. Let's see if it heads lower right off the bat. It may open at 208, 209, and be at 205 within a minute or two. Very intrigued with this one now, with this news. Goldman Sachs, banks earnings. So last time the banks all had earnings. They all didn't do so well, but then Goldman Sachs had earnings and did great, and it ripped. Okay, so intrigued on Goldman Sachs again. I actually like the 395s. If you can get the 395s at 50 cents, becomes a nice lotto. Okay, NOW, 660, needs 660 now. NVAX needs 200, but they need to file in the U.S. If they don't file in the U.S., it's not going anywhere. AFRAM, right back positive. I actually like the 135s at 3 or the 140s at 3. Let's see what happens if it holds here. Snowman, this hit 326 and down 15. OIH, 222, right at my 222 number, down 7, right? Shop, 1409, up. 1303 down now. MicroStrategy, Bitcoin is just sitting there. Let's see if this can get through 755, 756. Okay? CMG working lower. If it gets down to 1750, we're going to look at 1900s for earnings. Okay? Amazon, 2209, 3332 up. UPST, 322. Cliff at 260. BKNG can't get through 2500. 2509, big number. Netflix, just it's up 5, or no, it's up 7 again. Interesting. Wow. Is this going to pop to 641 and open? Very interesting on this one. Last time it did this, a couple times it did this, really took off. Okay? Then we see. Moderna, 316, 322. But here's the thing. If it gets to 316, he needs to take those 340s to 250. If they're not 250 in premium, that means it's not real. Very simple. I'm telling you, watch it. Roku, you will learn stuff if you watch it. Roku, 332. Google, 2832. Downside, 2731. Tesla, it's at 800. 803, 803, 803, 809 accelerator. Then we see. Nvidia offers concession to EU for 54 ARM deal, has offered concessions. ARM is currently owned by some. So here's the thing, and we'll get, okay, so I'm done there. We'll go to comments, questions. Tesla sold vehicles, antitrust, not much here. Okay. So we'll just ask Omen one thing, because Omen knows stuff. He knows stuff. I don't know if he knows about USC, but he knows other stuff. Okay. So if the EU approves it, the arm deal, does every country need to approve this? Omid? Does the U.S., if EU approves it, does U.S. still open antitrust? Or do they all work together? Or are they all separate?
Oh yeah, all separate.
So that means even if the EU approves it, it doesn't really mean anything if the U.S. comes in and opens antitrust, right? In theory?
I mean, it's just
We don't know.
we don't know. I mean, they don't have to, right? So
Because if you look at the FDA,
but
if the
EU,
FDA says,
EU is the most it's the hardest typically.
yeah, but let's use a different thing. If FDA says yes, we're approving Moderna vaccine, it still has to go through the European FDA or the Indian FDA, right? Now, a lot of times they take different countries' ruling services, like the FDA, say, oh, we'll accept their ruling on it, right? And it gets through faster. But doesn't mean that they have to. So just keep an eye on that, okay? Just the one thing to watch in this market, there goes Tesla. Just watch in this market. This Google, it's right in this middle. The downside 2630. It's 160 points down, and the upside 2920. That's 140 points up. It's in the middle. One huge move either way can move it huge. Okay? So just know that. Do we retest this 4,300 again? And here's the one last thing I'm going to stop with. If we do not go up next week, Monday, Tuesday, and the next week is not a huge up week, I will change my tune in the whole market to be down on it. Because now your expiration is over. Okay? September, everybody said we're in no man's land and we're going lower. That's over. October, you'll have finished the expiration. And if people are going to come in to buy, they should come in to buy. If they're not going to do that, you're in kind of no man's land for the next couple weeks. Okay? So just know that. Okay? That's what we know. Everybody have a great trend day. See you in chat. Thank you, Omid. Great stuff, buddy.